Hello and welcome to the Tokes Podcast. I'm your host, Big Tone, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Tom, and Donkey.
Well, how's it going?
What's up?
Alright, first topic. We should fucking pull it up. Someone pull up Would You Rather.
Okay, yeah, I'll pull it up. Would you rather? Yeah, these are actually really good ones, eh?
Mm-hmm. We got some interesting topics coming up, so just...
Very interesting topics.
Yeah.
You can tell it's our first time we fucked up here.
Yeah, we're
pretty...
what's a good word? Zoodled right now?
Yeah.
Alright, so first one. Would you rather lounge by the pool or on the beach?
That's fucking stupid. By the beach.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, on the beach.
Definitely, because the ocean.
Yeah.
You guys like swimming in the ocean?
Yeah. You can see the
Yeah,
fish and
except when you get like bit by a shark, you know.
One time I was
because
like,
that's fucking that happens a lot.
one time I was like snorkeling with my sister in the ocean, and she got really scared because she saw a lionfish.
The fuck is a lionfish?
It's like a poisonous fish. It's got like spikes and shit.
Oh.
We have to go back to shore.
Oh, actually, I've seen those. They're supposed to be like they can kill you, you know.
Yeah.
Like really easy.
I know. I was like getting all close to it and shit.
I went to Mexico like 7 years ago. We went to a resort called Moon Palace.
How's the heroin down there?
Great. No, they had really good food. The water was nice. But the only problem was it was like all weeds, but there was like a small pathway that went to a big opening of all sand. And I saw a stingray there, and me and my dad chased it. My mom was like yelling at me because she didn't want me to go after the fucking stingray.
You guys know who Steve Irwin is?
Yes.
The crocodile
Who
hunter?
doesn't?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how he died. He died to one of those
Okay.
stingrays.
You know that if his cameraman hadn't pulled the stinger out of him, he would still be alive.
Yeah. I know.
Probably. Because he bled. Did he bleed out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Next one. Would you rather have the police hunting you down for a crime you didn't commit, or a serial killer actually hunting you?
Serial killer actually hunting me because I'll just befriend him with my witty one-liners.
I'd reckon that with enough.
Seduce him.
I'd reckon with enough, enough weed and going crazy. I think that one of us could kill the serial killer.
Yeah. Maybe enough.
You think you could
I
kill?
just like.
Okay, wait. What kind of serial killer are we saying that's tracking you down? Like,
I would
are we
leave
talking
like a note in my house, and I would leave, and it would be beside like a packed bomb, and he would like read the note, and like just like take a rip, and then we'll just be friends.
I'd rather the police.
Actually,
that's
actually
gonna do to me.
Well,
I'm like a rich white kid.
Well, okay. What crime? Okay, well, here. How about these are two factors you should decide on. What serial killer is hunting us, and what crime are you being hunted for?
Well, this is also a nice segue into our other topic, which is our favorite serial killer from the past 50 years. So we'll just like include that in. My favorite's Jeffrey Dahmer.
Personally, I like the most recent. I can't remember what his name was. He's the most recent serial killer in Canada. He was he was in Toronto. And like his whole life fell apart. Like he went bankrupt, and then his wife divorced him, and it was sort of around that time that he started going to the gay village in Toronto, and he
That's where I'm from.
and he began getting like hooking up with other gay dudes. So it turned out that he was closeted homosexual.
That's gay.
And so what happened was he was sort of angry at the fact that he was homosexual, so he started killing the gays after he was having sex with them. And you right there, buddy?
I choked on the. I wasn't laughing.
You better explain what you're choking on now, because this is just an audio and they don't know what you're talking about.
It's a vape. I like hit it upside down and like it all got stuck in my nose.
And anyways, this guy he started killing the gay people he was hooking up with after he had sex with them, and he owned he had started up a gardening business, and he started putting the bodies in the planters of like the trees. Like you get the big trees lower down in the planters into people's backyards for landscaping. He would put the bodies in the planters, and then they started finding them, and they traced it back to him. That's my.
That
That's
was
my.
way too long of a story for
That's
me
my-
to keep up with. I zoned out for like. half a minute.
I zoned out, to be honest, just there, but that's the most recent one. I kind of like that guy.
All
Duncan.
right,
I
who's
like
your
it.
favorite serial killer?
I like the Zodiac Killer because they made he never got found. They never found out who he was, but he was so popular that he got a movie made about him, and the guy never got caught. And the guy, he died recently, but he was at the movie and he watched the movie in the movie theater. And then I don't know how they found out who he was, but he's dead now. Like he just died
That's his ass,
in his
dude.
sleep.
I know.
That's
Puff
poggers.
bars are the worst.
You see it?
It's ass.
We should actually have a conversation about that. What's the best disposable?
Banana for sure. Banana
Naked.
ice.
Yeah, naked.
Nickets? Yeah.
I always
I'll say this though.
I always got like Puff Pluses, which were good.
You ever opened these before?
I have. I opened a Puff
It's
Plus,
just
which is the same thing.
the batteries floating around in the juice in there. That's why it's
Wait, it is?
yeah. You never seen that before?
It's just a battery floating.
The battery has the wires attached to it. It's wrapped in some kind of plastic, and then it's just floating around in the juice. I'm not lying, because I opened one. Like I got desperate one time because I was loan a little bit of cash. Fucking
Everyone's been there.
buddy fucked me over, so I was trying to get the juice out of it because I knew the battery dies before the juice ends, right? And I found the fucking battery just floating in the juice.
That's interesting.
Actually,
it's
I like
fucked up.
the Stigs, the 60-nick ones.
Those are deadly, but they the most recent one I got. I don't know if they've changed how they make them because the most recent one I've had it didn't hit you as hard as it used to.
Oh, the one I had a while ago was like a little. It hit so hard. It was like you were holding and it's like this. It's like tiny. It's like a couple inches tall.
You
and it's like you're holding like some sort of
especially you
like
don't
crack.
you don't vape too much, so especially if you're hitting that when you don't vape, your vision goes blurry for a second and shit. You ever had that?
No.
It had would it have 30 hits on it? But it was like
The Nicket? Or I mean the Sig?
Stig.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. No, it has 300.
All right. Now,
Okay.
what's our next topic?
Yeah, what's
or
our
should we
next
do
topic?
another Would You Rather?
Nah, they're bad as fuck. I don't know.
Okay. So, you have the...
Would you rather earn $250,000 a year doing nothing, or earn $1 million a year working a full-time job?
1 million a year working a full-time job? Are you kidding?
Okay, well let's describe how about if this job, it's
If it's a job that sucks...
yo chill,
Sorry,
bro.
I
Why
know.
you doing that, bro? You guys dropping shit.
It's because kids push
Okay, let's
the
say that the full-time job, it doesn't allow you to fully enjoy your $1 million a year salary.
You're working 24/7.
Dude.
Enjoy it more
For
than
me,
$250,000.
$250,000 a year is enough to live really comfortably.
Yeah, but you're gonna be so bored. Because that's the problem when you're rich. Because you just you get bored of life and you don't do anything. You have all this money and what are you gonna do? You've done everything. You're just sitting on your couch not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
You're gonna get so bored so quickly.
The majority for this one was 61% for $1 million a year. I actually agree with you. I would choose $1 million a year.
Because you get so fucking bored.
Yeah.
You want a purpose in life. If you're just getting money doing nothing, then you have no purpose in life.
Yeah,
And
you're
you can't
just
live
a
with
dick.
yourself
I
like
think I
that.
can enjoy $1 million a year with a full-time job a lot more than I can enjoy $250,000.
Yeah, because at that job you're gonna make friends. You're
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna head to the next topic then.
Yeah, sure. Let's move on to the next topic we had to talk about.
Alrighty. Next topic. Hardest drug you could see yourself doing.
Crystal meth.
Nah, to be honest, I like to
DMT.
usually... Dude, is it just me or is it getting foggy in here?
No, it's
No,
not.
you're fine.
Okay, I'm just tripping, but for me, it's I think I like to keep it around licks and weed, right? But,
Coke.
but I think,
DMT.
I would do I have plans to do shrooms, and if I like that, then I'm moving up to DMT.
Do we count hardest drug you do abusing opiates? Does that count?
on the
if-
perks kind of thing?
If I could abuse an opiate, it'd probably be
Fuck, dude,
oxy. but I don't think.
Dude, I've heard that it's like one of the most intense highs you can get.
Maybe.
But those things when they grab you, they fucking grab you. And like, I'll bring it. I've already talked to you about Juice WRLD a little bit. How he died off the perks. Like, perk addiction. You can go from being 100% fully healthy, and then fucking drop to the ground.
In an airport.
Dead. Yeah, in an airport with 70 pounds of weed on the plane. Yeah, it's like, but that's just how quick it goes once you're on and like the perks, they grab you, like because
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Things like perks, they're all opiates, and
I remember,
and heroin's an opiate, like all those different pills like Percocet and stuff like that. It's just basically synthetic heroin, it's deadly.
Yeah, if I could try one, just like one and done, it would probably be Xanax. I feel like I would try Xanax.
I would try it too.
Like just a bar, and then like, just don't remember the night.
Okay, let's just chill with these tricks, because I feel like it's actually getting foggy.
I'm barely using mine. It's fucking Dunkin'.
It definitely feels really foggy.
I mean, Donkey.
Nicotine addiction tonight. No,
Dude,
I would say the
who
hardest
farted?
thing I could ever see myself doing
My
was...
dog might be farting.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I don't know.
Oh,
it
dude,
depends.
it's
You guys think that... What do you think's more harsh of a drug, DMT or coke?
DMT.
You think so?
DMT fucks your brain
But
cells, dude.
DMT doesn't...
No, DMT's like
doesn't
not
have
actually
a
that bad
medical
for you.
effect. Like, DMT is good for you. Like,
DMT
it's like...
it's like the
it's
same
like
kind of it like impacts as weed. It just makes you trip out really bad.
What makes your brain cells go away? Oh, nitrous.
Like coke.
Yeah.
Nitrous.
Oh my god, dude.
Whippets?
I'm telling you, nitrous and fucking ketamine. They release
the horse...
listen,
the horse stimulator?
yeah, I think it's a horse tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Tranquilizer?
Those two are drugs that will release the devil from your soul. It's just really, really dark. And also, you should also stay away from PCP. I've heard that people that's like a kind of drug that like you take it once and it's like your life is fucking changed forever.
Yeah, no, but I can definitely see myself on coke.
Really?
And I can see myself doing DMT. Like, I'm not gonna do coke, but I could, I could see myself.
If you got really low.
Yeah, just like doing a line.
Yeah, I'd probably do Xanax.
I would do
try it.
Xanax now,
I'd try it.
and I'd do Adderall now just to get.
You just
like,
gotta be really careful.
the taste of a meth high.
There's certain places that make those pills and they use fentanyl instead, where it's like, but they have it like the perfect amount where it's not gonna kill you, but it's just like gonna get you fucked, and it's way cheaper, and they don't fucking use actual Xanax. Yeah, it's just scary shit,
And what are the stories of your guys' first time smoking?
Fucking under the Highway 407 bridge, my buddy Duncan over here, and the guy named. We don't really like to talk about him too much because he's kind of a loser, but yo, cut that shit out, And
I'll bleep the name.
And yeah, this kid, he brought this kid named. We'll give him the letter J. Jay, he
Jason?
No, no, don't be putting words in my mouth like that. His name's Jay. We'll just call him Jay. He had some weed. He had some. It wasn't, bro. I'm not talking about Jason Simpson.
I don't even know who Jason is.
You don't know who Jason is?
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna bleep every time we say Jason.
Yeah.
So it's just a bunch of bleeps over and over.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll call him Jay. And he brought some weed. This probably wasn't even fucking weed, dude. Like, it was some really shitty stuff. Like, hey, Duncan, it was fucking bad, eh? And, like, we actually... The worst part is he didn't bring rolling papers. You want to know how we smoked it?
Apple?
No.
Binder paper.
Binder paper. We rolled it up. And we actually did it. And we actually, like, smoked it properly.
You know what the trick is? Oh, you guys went to a public school, so...
And
You didn't get Bibles, but we got Bibles.
Oh, you guys got
Bible paper?
Oh, my God.
Just smoke
Wait,
your favorite
actually?
scriptures.
Wait, you actually did that?
No, but you can. You can. That's like a thing people
Dude,
do.
you're gonna go straight to hell.
Dude, who cares? I'm an atheist.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I'm going anywhere. I think I'm just dead. I think it's just like eternal sleeping. Like, you don't know. Like, you're not
That's what I
conscious.
think too.
Oh my god.
Alright, so you
The
smoked.
Catholic,
You
so
smoked
kids from public schools, they smoke binder paper.
You
Kids
smoked
from Catholic,
oregano.
kids
from binder paper.
kids from Catholic schools like to smoke Bible papers. Holy shit! Yeah, but anyways, me and Duncan and our guy Jay.
Sin.
No. We smoked there, and we didn't really get high. I don't know if we were just too young or kind of like worried, and we didn't get high, or what the deal was. But
Probably just got really anxious.
yeah, that's kind of what I remember, to be honest. But
Dude, the first time I smoked, I was at a cottage in Apsley.
yeah,
And I was with my dad's like childhood friends. Like we go on a fishing trip every year, and they started bringing their sons, and my dad started bringing me. And one of them is 18 now, I think, and the other one is 17. He turns 18 in November, so he's a year older than me. And it was with them. And he just, like, when we got there, I was like, do you vape? Because, like, I hadn't talked to him in a while, so I didn't know if he was, like, he did that shit or not. And, like, he was like, oh, thank God. And he had, like, pulled out his dab pen. And I'm like, is that weed? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, I'm stoned all day. And I'm like, bro, I've never tried. And then, like, that night, we all did it. Or it was either that night or the night after. We all did it, like, late. And we had a couple beers. And we were just hanging out. And it was a great time. Like, it was honestly great. Like I was laughing at nothing. Like I was lying on his bed, and he couldn't find one of his flip flops, and I was like shitting my pants laughing on the bed, just like for no reason. It was great.
First time I ever smoked, we were with this guy Jay, and
Sin.
he had
no.
and he had this it just looked like a Juul, and I just thought it was a vape, and so I was hitting it.
And it was a dab pen.
Yeah. It was like you remember this?
Wait, you had a THC thing?
He had a THC. It looked exactly like a Juul, but it didn't have the Juul logo, and it was like a kind of like an off-brand Juul, and had the THC in the pod.
Oh shit!
And I've looked them up, and he told me after, like, because I went home, and like, I don't know, I don't remember feeling. I maybe felt a little bit funny. I don't think I felt anything different.
You probably just didn't realize. You thought you
Yeah.
were just like feeling funny. You
Yeah,
didn't
because
think
I know
about it.
I thought it was like.
Because if you're not expecting it, it's easy to not realize.
Yeah, and then because then I went back out after I went home to eat dinner. I went back out. I was in like early in grade 8, and then he's like, "Yo, you know that vape you're hitting earlier was actually weed."
A little bit louder.
Okay, yeah.
Just don't be like super loud.
Yeah. So I went
Wait, I
back
have a question. Do you guys want to stop and just do a quick audio check and see that we haven't been recording this whole 20 minutes and not being able to hear each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was just a Juul because he had Juuls before, and that's what I hit. Like, I don't think he even ever had nicotine, so I didn't even know he could get a head rush from nicotine because I didn't think he had it.
Yeah.
I think it was just 0. And then I went back out after I went home to eat dinner. I went back out, and he's like, "Yo, you know that vape you were hitting earlier? That was actually weed." And I'm just like, "What the fuck?"
So Duncan's first experience was
I didn't even know.
being drugged.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought it was 0 Nick.
But he told him it was a vape, and then he was high.
Well, I guess the first time I actually knew that I was smoking weed, I was like freaking out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this. He's like, "Come on, bro.
Smoke crack with me, bro.
I got Axe, bro. Just chill." Okay.
The first time I vaped, I think it was in grade 8. And it was one of my friends, like she just like some chick at school. We didn't really like her. I don't even know why we were hanging out with her. And she was with her cousin, who was like a lot older than us, and she had a vape in her pocket. And she was like, "Do you want to try it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And she's like, "It's 50, Nick." I'm like, "Okay." And I hit it. I'm like, "I don't feel anything." And she's like, "Take a bigger hit." So I took a big ass hit, and I held it in. And I'm like, "It doesn't fucking feel anything." And she's like, "I don't know then." So either she had 0 Nick and was just trying to like make me think that I was getting like a head rush from the Nick,
Yeah.
or I'm a badass.
Yeah, let's talk about our first 50 Nick experiences. Because for me, like, I first vaped when I was like 14, and it was only 0 Nick. The guy, I was with Jay again, funny enough, and he was always like, "Bro, Nick's gay. Nick's gay. Like, I don't like doing Nick, right? And so I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. And then I went on vacation that summer. I went to South Africa. I went to see my cousins and my family for just a month to get to see them. I hadn't seen them in about 2 years. And my crazy ass cousin from fucking America, his name's, well, we'll call him C. His name's C. And he used to be heavy on the darts, right? And he's only like a year older than me. He was heavy on the darts, and now he's on the 50 Nick chooch, right? So we're sitting there by the pool. My parents are like back at the cottage or whatever, and he has this chooch on the table, and I just grab it. I start taking a rip off of it, and like I didn't understand how nicotine worked. That you're not supposed to just go straight at lung inhale for like a fucking blinker, right? So that's what I did. I went hit a blinker on this guy's it was a reusable pod system called a Me Pod. You might know it. It's like a little square. And I fucking blew it out, and I coughed a lung up basically. And then after I finished coughing, I looked up, and then all of a sudden I felt the Nick rush kick in, and I felt like I was floating and shit. And then I looked at my cousin. He's like, "Oh, you feel good now, eh?" Oh, and it was just fucking. And then that whole like month that I was there, I just got heavy on the 50 Nick, and then flew home and didn't smoke again for like a few months.
Dude, it was like October 2020, I think. Might have been 2020. No, it was definitely 2020. And we went to Chang's, and we got Stells.
Yeah.
And they came with like the 35 pod. Oh no, this was before that. Sorry, this was like probably a month before that. I was at Mason's house.
Yeah.
And his bro was there from Schwa, and he brought a 50, and I didn't know it was 50. And he was like, "Do you want to hit?" And it was like, he said it was the banana pod. That's why I love banana pods because it's my favorite flavor. And I was like, hell yeah, I want to try it. So I fucking take a big ass hit, and I just start dying coughing. We're just walking up the street, and I'm coughing so much, and I'm like, I didn't know it was 50. I wasn't ready for that, and they were laughing, so I was like, it was coughing so much, it hurt so bad.
Holy shit!
You know what it was for me? Was that
When did you first hit 50 Nick?
it was at Tyler's cottage, in the summer of last summer. So I was going into grade 11. And this guy Julian has this like, it was probably like $300. It was like this electronic. So we had like a $300 vape, and it was
a smock. It was like a brick basically.
Yeah, it had like a touch screen.
Was an RPM 40?
Oh, it might have been, dude. It was beefy, dude. And
That's not $300. So.
And it was no. It was expensive.
Oh, it might have been a smock. What was it called?
Yeah, let me pull it up on my phone. Give me a name.
I remember the name. I had one. I had the 5. There's like a bunch of them. I had the
Smock.
5.
What's it called?
I don't fucking remember. It was the box mod.
No, it wasn't a box mod. It was like
Crown 4.
It was a reusable pod system. But it was really beefy.
Was it like a stick, like a brick?
Yeah.
It's an RPM 40.
Yeah. So
I wanted one of those.
Yeah, here, let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, but it had a touch screen. You could turn up how much Nick was in it. So he's like, "You ever had 50, bro?" And I'm like, "No, I don't. No, I've never tried it." So he turns it up, and I don't think it
was like just this thing, eh?
Yeah, it was just like
that. Yeah.
And I didn't think it would be bad at all. Like I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what 50 Nick meant. So I took like a big ass hit and like inhaled right to lung, because I'd not really vaped very often.
And you should hear that thing when it goes. It's like it's like a really
you just feel like the liquid bubbling.
Yeah, like it's boiling. Like
I have a video on Snap of me using one of those
anyways, but this guy Julian, and you hit that shit, and you were like, you almost fell over, dude.
You know what it's like when you green out, and that feeling of like when you're first coughing.
It's just my sister.
Okay.
You know when you like first green out? When you green out, and then the first thing that happens is you start coughing a lot, and you just can't stop.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yes. That's what happened to me when I greened out.
Yeah. But like you almost fell over, dude. Like it was really intense.
No, but it was worse when I greened out.
Yeah.
That was the worst.
Yeah, we'll do greened out stories after this. I just want to say that brick that Duncan hit,
RPM
50,
40.
the RPM 40. our friend, well, a guy we know named,
We're gonna have to blur that out too.
yeah, maybe, yeah. Well, this is another guy. This is a different guy named Jay. He rips that shit 50 Nick, even though it's illegal now. He still somehow gets 50.
He drives
And
some picker.
You do too. You
And
have
he-
one on the table.
And he. Well, this is a puff bar. This is different. This guy gets actual 50 Nick juice bottles,
That's hard.
and he runs that shit full power, like something like 80 watts or something. And when he hits it, it looks like he's like taking his first hit of meth after like 24 hours, and before you took the break, you'd been on meth for the previous month straight.
Wait, like actual
That's what.
meth?
No, I'm talking
that's
the
what
way
it
that
looks
he
like.
the way that he hits it, like the relief in his
Oh.
face is. He starts off by wrapping his big lips around the mouthpiece, and it gets all like he gobbers on the mouthpiece, right? And then he takes like a 15-second hit where he's going like he's doing full straight to lung inhale the whole time, right? And then when he inhales it, after he's done hitting it, he goes, and his eyes roll into the back of his head, and he exhales with hesitancy. He goes, and then he starts to breathe again, and then he's out of breath afterwards because it was such an intense sensation of relieving the addiction, and he's out of breath because of it. He's going, and then he catches his breath, and then he's back to normal. And he repeats that action about 200 times a day, every day, 7 days a week,
Yo, this
4 weeks a month,
This puff bar actually still
12
works
months of the
really
year.
well.
Yeah, so basically it's a little bit disturbing to see him hit the chooch. Anyways, what were we gonna go on? Oh, we're gonna talk about greened out stories.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, you tell your story first. Your story is actually pretty intense.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about
yeah,
intense, but
intense.
for him it was crazy.
horrifying.
Yeah,
So it was like,
but he considered never smoking again.
yeah, for like an hour,
Yeah.
but then
But then, yeah. But
So
anyways,
we had made this bong out of a Sprite bottle, and bought a whole bunch of weed.
yeah.
And so it's the first time I ever smoked out of a bong, and I probably had about 6 rips by the time we went to A&W and we got some food and went out, and I did like another 4. But when I did the last one, I packed the bowl so tight. It was probably the best packed bowl you could have seen from anyone my age. It was like perfectly like crunched up,
Yeah.
and I smoked it. I did one like big hit, like I cleared the chamber once.
Did I light it for you? I think I might have lit it for
Yeah,
you.
you did. And then I started coughing. Like I'd experienced this before, like on my dap pen, if I do a blinker and I'll cough like this, but I just couldn't stop, and it was like a reflex. I couldn't stop coughing, and then it felt like, and then when the coughing finally stopped, it felt like there was just vomit sitting in my throat, but it couldn't come out. Well, I was just sitting there. I was sitting there for like 10 minutes. Everyone was talking to me, and I couldn't even understand. So I stand up, and I have like tunnel vision. I can't see. Like I can see like a little small little part like from my eyes, and all the rest is like blurry.
Yeah.
And I'm walking, and then all of a sudden I start hearing someone narrate me walking down the street, and so I'm just thinking,
Wait,
in my
you
mind,
were like out?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
yeah, I was out like at Fresco,
Oh fuck.
and then I'm thinking, so I can hear someone start to narrate me, and I'm thinking it's kind of weird how Morgan Freeman's always a narrator, and then Morgan Freeman starts to narrate me.
Yeah.
And I'm at this point, like, I feel like I'm gonna vomit, but I also feel like I can't vomit. There's something holding me back from
Hang on.
vomiting.
Hang on,
And I'm
Duncan.
being narrated by Morgan
Do
Freeman.
your best Morgan Freeman impression.
No.
I'm gonna do that.
You try. I'm sure. I bet you could kill that.
No, hell no.
Hang on.
No.
I can smell you. Oh, I can't do it. You know what he said? You know what I saw his trick is for getting his voice so low?
Talking
Is-
really deep.
No, he said that he yawns a lot because it relaxes your lungs.
Are you guys retarded?
No, okay, wait.
Smell you.
So Morgan Freeman was
I'm creeping around right now,
This is a deep voice. It's
and
not
all
even-
I have is a measly shit.
Why are you southern? Bam.
Which is
Bam,
quite
liberals.
effective when applied to the jugular.
And then you turn into a vampire. What the fuck is he talking about?
Okay, all right, okay. Anyways, well, we're talking about green out. Yeah.
I was being narrated by Morgan Freeman, walking down the street, feeling like I have to vomit, but I also can't vomit because there's something holding me back from vomiting, and I have tunnel vision. And at this point, I'm like about to call the police.
Why?
I'm like, I don't know. I thought I was gonna die, and then I'm like panicking. I'm thinking, if I call the police, my parents will find out that I was smoking weed. And so I just keep walking. Like the guys walking in front of me, they're like, "Yo, Duncan, are you okay?" And I'm just like,
yeah. And then we got back to Tyler's house. I remember sitting in front of the TV. You were sitting in the lazy boy chair, you just looked like you were dead. You was laying there like this, just all slumped over, and with his hands not even anywhere. And then I was like, "Yo, Duncan, you alright?" And I think he did something like, And then I'm pretty sure he was drooling a little bit. And then I was trying to take care of my boy, so I walked over there before I had to walk him home, and I sprayed him with a bit of deodorant just because we had smoked a bit of bud.
Oh, I remember this.
And I sprayed him, and he was like, he jumped up, he jolted, he looked like he had fucking Parkinson's for a minute. He was like, fucking
Tourette's.
Tourette's a little bit.
And then I walked home, and in the morning, I swear I was hungover.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen, but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
know
feel
really
tired. But I felt horrible in the morning. It was weird.
When I greened out, I didn't get anxious or anything. It was awesome. It was so good. It felt awesome until I started vomiting. But before that, it was the best high of my life.
Yeah.
I didn't get anxious or anything like that because I was like, Mom, can Mason come over and we can smoke in the garage? And she's like, fine, but I don't want to smell it. And I'm like, fucking mint. And so Mason comes over, we smoke a joint each in my garage. I take 4 puffs, and I'm like, and I took one more, and I started coughing for 5 minutes straight.
Yeah.
And after that, we were like, let's go upstairs. And I could barely walk. I couldn't stand. And we run up to my room, and I'm lying on my bed, and I'm like, Mason, can you pass me the... And started throwing up mid-sentence.
Oh, man.
It was so embarrassing.
I've been greened out, but I've never thrown up while I was greened out. I've been greened out a few times, actually. I got greened out when I first got my dab pen. I just ripped it way too many times in one day. And I greened out while I was driving around the back of somebody's car. I felt a little bit sick, but I didn't throw up. And then...
Is that what you guys count as greened out? Because I remember...
if you feel really nauseous... Then
this was greened out for sure when it happened to me.
I'm just really good at,
but I know it was.
I'm just really good at not throwing up.
When I got my first disposable dab pen, I would purposely try and go over the limit to be uncomfortable so I could figure out where the limit was. No, that's the thing I would do.
Yeah.
I would intentionally get uncomfortably high, just so I could figure out where my limit is, and I couldn't go over it after that. And it was perfect.
Yeah, dude, something that I'm sort of addicted to,
again.
which I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but when I hit the dab pen, I like taking a hit where I feel it in the back of my throat and in a little bit of my chest, it burns a bit when I take the hit. I like that feeling because I know that it's gonna get me fucked. I don't know if anybody else can relate that. I like that burning feeling in my throat and my chest a little bit.
It always feels to me like that burning feeling. Once it fades away, it becomes what your high is.
Yeah,
exactly.
It goes through it goes away, but you can feel it just transfers to your chest.
Yeah,
and then you feel like you're floating.
Yeah, something we should talk about before we have to end the podcast is the party that we threw that Duncan threw at his house the other day.
Yeah, so this was 2 weeks ago.
2 weekends ago.
Yeah, 2 weekends ago that Duncan's parents were gone for one day.
One night.
And instead of wait until the summer when we maybe his parents would go away for a week or so we'd actually have time to clean up. We had to do this in a rush because his mom was going to be home by noon the next day. So we threw this party.
We expected maybe 50 people, 50 to 60 weeks.
Maximum.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way it's going to get bigger than this. A high school party. I'm not overly popular, so no one's going to really know about it. But we tell some people, and by midnight, there's 200 people at my house.
Yeah, and about 12:30, We know the neighbor, and he texted us that his parents were calling the cops.
For real? I didn't even know that.
Because like the party was out of control. Like it was going like on the main floor. It was like chill. Like it was a vibe.
Like 25 people.
Like 25 people. If you go downstairs, dude, it's fucking raging. Like it's not a party down there. It's a rager, dude.
Like loud ass music.
Like there's probably like 150 people downstairs. There's probably only like 50 people upstairs, dude.
Yeah. Shit got stolen.
Like,
shit got broken.
Shit,
What
like
got
actually, I'll be honest, bro. The only thing that really got broken was that table.
And the phone.
And the house phone. they broke the house phone on the front
The
lawn.
table was my fault.
And
I probably video on Brian.
And I'm gonna say like that like for the amount of people we had there and the type of people we had there, like they're all crazy. Like I think that was pretty good what we got away with.
Yeah. Well, you didn't have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like it could have been so much worse. Like the TVs could have been fucking broken and the fucking.
What got stolen?
There was some shit in the basement on some decorative shit, like a decorative plate or some shit that was on a table in the corner, and we forgot to put it away, and it's not there anymore.
So they just got it.
Someone just stole a plate?
Yeah.
It's like
they probably
like a
smashed
table
it
lamp or something.
Yeah, like a table lamp and
and like coasters and shit.
Yeah. No, and then the table got broken, but that was like people were downstairs, they're trying to break it, and then I went down. I'm like, okay, you guys can't do this. If you're gonna do this, gotta get out. And they're all cheering me on to jump on the table. So I'm like, well, fuck, they're all filming. I don't want to seem lame. So I jump on the table and I break it in half.
Did you just jump from the floor onto it? Or
Yeah,
did you jump off a couch or something?
You
No,
jumped
just
onto
from the
floor onto it.
And there's like 200 people in my house. We told them not to take off their shoes, so the floors are awful.
Yeah, you can't tell them to take off their shoes. They won't.
But anyways, like we heard the cops were coming, and we were yelling, "Cops, cops, cops!" And everybody was like, "Hey, yo, stop capping, stop capping!" Like the rager was like, we couldn't control it, right?
Yeah.
And then, but like when we yelled cops, about half of them left. And then because the cops were coming, right? So we had to set off like the fire alarms and shit to like get people out the house.
How'd you do it? Just like light paper on fire and put it in front?
No, you can just hit the fucking button.
Okay.
And people all like and like by the time we got them all out, there was still like fucking.
That's smart though. That's fucking.
There was like 100 people on the fucking front lawn and driveway, and just as we got the last people out, fucking 4 cop cars come around the corner.
2 Explorers and 2 trucks.
Yeah, 2 Explorers and 2 pickup trucks, and they just sit surrounding Duncan's house. And I had just run out because we noticed that the floors were fucked. Like they had so much salt sands and shit. Like I didn't realize the cops were like there, but I was running out to like.
Were there still people in front of your house when they?
Yeah.
Some guys were.
When the cops came, there was 150 people on our
outside.
lawn.
Yeah.
They were all there, and then they all just ran.
And they all just ran, and the cops didn't give a shit. We got really, dude. If we hadn't got the people out of there when we did, Duncan would have been facing charges right now.
Yeah, for the COVID.
But also, you might get charges for like disturbing the peace. Maybe I don't know if we had enough people for that, but
I mean, the neighbor texted my dad, and he said, "Are you guys home tonight?" And my dad said, "No, Duncan's home alone for the night." And the neighbor said, "Okay."
Did your dad?
Your neighbor's a G.
Yeah, my dad saw like the neighbor. Yeah, he saw that, and then he's like texting, he's like, "Is everything all good there?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, but we got the last people out, and then I ran out there to get in the car to go to the store to get some cleaning shit for the floors. Everybody's gonna say that I just wanted to get out of there because the cops. I swear that wasn't the plan.
The cops weren't there when he left.
Yeah, like as I was getting in the car, the cops came around the corner. But anyways, I saw the cops come around the corner. I called Duncan. I'm like, dude, turn off all the lights in the house, shut all the blinds. Everybody go downstairs in the basement and be quiet. And they did, and luckily we got away with it. But holy fuck, dude! Like the next morning, like we stayed up till like 4 or 5 a.m. Cleaning.
Woke up at 8.
Like we mopped the floors over 10 times, dude. And we woke up at 8. For some reason,
is there still like footprints on it?
No, I had to my mom made me get on my hands and knees and have this like cloth and like rub in the exact direction of the grain.
The grain?
Yeah, like.
Did it get it off?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
They were really. I thought the basement was fine, but they were like really mad about the basement. My dad's like sniffing all his liquor to see if I watered it down. But
Did you? You bought your own liquor?
Yeah, we bought our
We
own.
bought $400
and
worth of liquor.
We locked away all my dad's.
Pretty good. That's
Dude, at that party, Duncan had a soda stream in his basement, and somebody soda streamed a half a bottle of Pink Whitney.
that doesn't work.
Yeah,
It exploded.
There was fucking
Pink Whitney
It
everywhere.
was like the ground like covered in
fucking
stains.
vodka everywhere, dude.
Because I remember I tried it
Like
once.
the carpet, or was
No,
it wood?
well, the carpet got stepped on by like people in their shoes. It was like really dirty. We rubbed it out the best we could, then we just picked up the carpet and turned it around, put the couch over top of the stains, and we're fine.
There was a
My parents
bomb.
didn't
Oh,
know
was
that
it just
yet.
like a rug?
Yeah.
Dude, there was a bong just sitting open on the fucking kitchen table. People were just smoking inside.
Dude from Oshawa has a bong, and I'm like,
some
yo, can I hit that? And then
some
he packs a
fucking,
full bowl for
gangster
me.
from
and I-
Oshawa comes in, starts causing shit.
No, this guy wasn't causing shit.
No,
This
there
guy
was
just
there was
chilled
a
with
couple.
his bong in
Those
the
those
kitchen.
three guys that came in at the beginning. We
Oh,
didn't know
yeah.
who they were.
Did
Yeah.
They were
Zen-
causing shit. They were causing. We had so many people there that there were different people from different schools.
I
And
kicked
groups,
out
and they were all
like
beefing.
three people. Like
They're all
three groups
beefing.
were
One of
fighting.
our friends named Corey. He, or we'll
Punched
call him
the
C.
guy.
We'll call him. This guy's also a guy named C. Different guy from the other C. He fucking punched a guy and knocked him out on the front lawn because he wouldn't leave.
Is
He
that what
was
all the
causing
blood was
shit.
from?
No,
There's
I don't know
puke,
what
that
the
was
fuck
puke.
happened.
I did-
Yeah, there was
my
puke
mom
all
got
around the
home.
house.
We didn't
There
clean
was-
up the backyard. She's like, "What happened to the floors?" And I'm like, "I just had my friends like they had their shoes on." And she's like, "You should know better." And then she went outside, finds all these roaches, piss stains everywhere, a
There was cum
massive
in the-
pile of puke. Yeah,
Are we gonna talk about the cum in the
I don't know if I
bathroom?
want to talk about the cum. in
Yeah,
the
we won't
bathroom.
talk about that.
Oh, dude.
But one girl got railed by two black
Yeah,
dudes in
yeah,
the
that's what
bathroom at this
I
party.
heard that.
Dude.
Yeah, and you know what happened after in the morning? They didn't want to clean up after themselves.
Yeah.
So my mom comes home, she looks at the bathroom, she's like making me clean the toilet because whatever's in the toilet is like shit or puke or something. And then she's like, "Oh yeah, and clean that up," and points like right at this fucking like glob of fucking cum on the toilet seat. And I'm like, I get some toilet paper, I'm like quickly like wiping it off, and I'm like, what the fuck?
You want a Mountain Dew, Duncan?
No,
No, thanks. I'm good.
You want to chip something?
no.
All right. Is that a good time to end?
Yeah, sure. We can
Yeah.
wrap it up now if you'd like.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well,
Hope you enjoyed the first episode of our new podcast.
47 minutes. That was pretty good.
That's
Yeah,
not bad.
we'll work on new content for the next one.
Yeah. Sorry if we were ass. Bye.